What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Time to jump back into the E30. We're gonna be doing some base shave activities because that's what we do best here. Saucy and John have been working on the engine bay for about like 2 months now. It's been a long time, but we've been doing a lot to it. They've had a lot of ideas, you know, going back and forth, trying to correct little things. And there's a few things that we've been doing that we've been noticing on other builds that haven't done it. Trying to brainstorm, trying to learn off of them, and just trying to be a little bit different than the rest. So I'll give you guys a little walk around of what we've done so far. All the templates that we made are already on. We have the side pieces, the bottom, we have obviously these edges right here, and the back piece cut and clean shaven. But one thing that we did do was we actually welded a plate right here, which is a lot nicer than leaving it empty because it can rust, you know, things get in there and it's a little more structural. So this is a really nice touch because once we do all the body work, it's just gonna look so good like it came like that. We also really wanted to do something different with the firewall. We wanna get the wiring harness out of there. We just wanted to shave everything. So we got the blower motor out, we got the wipers out because we're gonna be covering all those holes because this car does not need wipers, it's not gonna be driven in the rain. John decided to weld up a plate that goes all the way back there. Obviously we're gonna have to mold it and make it look flush, but it's coming out really good. And not a lot of people do this because obviously they want to keep their wiper and their blower motor and things like that, but just having everything flush and everything shaven, it's just... In today's video, we're gonna at least try to pull most of the wiring out. The problem with this fuse box is that no one ever pulls it out of the E30 because you have to either deep-pin it, cut it, or strip the entire car and pull the whole harness out through the front hole. And that's what we're gonna end up doing just because of the fact that I don't wanna figure out the wiring later, and I'd rather pull everything out because the car's already stripped and it'll just be cleaner because nothing will ever be cut except for the main body that I have to extend. But we're gonna be trying to pull at least most of it out today. Reeves let us borrow this radiator so we can start mocking shit up, right? So we need to figure out how we're gonna set this thing up. The chase base setup is to cut the hinge out and actually have it tucked up as high as possible. What Reeves did is he didn't want to get rid of his hinges because it's kind of a pain in the ass, so he ran it underneath.
So are you getting rid of the hinge and making pins?
I don't know. I really want to try to keep it. You think that we can just relocate it?
The hinge?
Yeah. Or at least like, I don't know, cutting it out and re-welding it so it can just sit higher.
We can put it on and see how high we can go, but...
What are you trying to do?
We're trying to test fit the radiator.
Whose radiator is that?
Reeves.
Oh, is that? Oh, he just took it
It's
out
the
like
tucked
that.
radiator.
I would just have it lower. I mean, you have 3 or 4 inches from the cross member, and you're gonna have something on the bottom of it, so it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm thinking.
Cause he just boxed this.
Yeah, he boxes, but I think we can probably run even a thinner piece or just leave it without anything.
Or just cut what we have to cut and box in whatever stays there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that one point like your oil pan.
Yeah.
It hit.
True.
Especially the way Danny be driving.
I know.
How do I drive?
Like a BMW driver.
How did you drive my IS300? I feel like we should just cut the bottom off. Just chop it all down. You don't think that's a good idea? I don't know. We have someone shaking their head yes, someone shaking their head no. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we should just chop the whole front end and just make our own tube front end.
What if we just cut it from here and just make the whole front end go like this? What do you think about that one?
Yes. And then plexiglass it.
You're smart.
Genius. Unlike you.
Dude, there's so much tension in every video between you guys. Is there issues that we need to discuss on camera?
No, I need to walk back out with a new attitude and walk back in.
Just measuring to see like if we cut it, see how much is gonna open up your front end. Why don't these batteries working, bro?
Well, there's some over there. Bro, what's wrong with you? Are you sure it's not you, bro? I think that's like the most expensive outfit I've ever seen you wear. Go straight down though, you're accurate.
Straight down and hit the floor?
Yeah. Here, hold on. This is something you have to realize, okay?
What?
The optimization advisor isn't here to tell you that you need to wear your fucking protection, so I'm taking the place right now. Here.
Send them out to another location.
She was fast, bro. What you talking about? That shit ain't straight, bro.
That'll work.
This actually looks really good, bro. I think we should cut more. Just cut the whole clip off.
That's gonna be the highest it's gonna sit unless you cut your bracket out.
Hey guys, I actually really don't like this idea. Can we put it back?
Yeah, we'll put it back. Put a little bungee cord on it. Well, honestly, I said just cut the whole thing. If we're gonna tuck it, we're gonna tuck it.
Yeah, but I don't want hood latches, bro.
We'll figure out something. We'll do pins. You don't want latch.
No, do pins even uglier, bro.
What are you trying to say?
You're not doing pins.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're doing
Doing
buttons.
the quick latch.
The buttons.
We'll do buttons.
But your car's a race car, mine's a show car.
It was better the radiator to go first than the oil pan,
Let's see
right?
where your marks are.
Hey, that's why I got that $2,000 oil pan.
He said, what if we switch sides? It's gonna be the same thing. Now the only issue, it's gonna be on the passenger side.
I feel like if we just cut it right here, then we'll probably have some room. What's your issue, bro? You got a problem?
My issue is that we have no issue.
Okay, you just want to fight, don't you? The optimization advisor number 2. Can you lead the way on how we're gonna do this?
We're gonna cut it.
No, we're not. We're not gonna cut it that way.
This was it.
We're about to cut the small little pieces to try to get that radiator to work. So I'm gonna start labeling the wiring harness because I feel like it's just gonna be a nightmare to run through. Figure out where everything's gonna be at. You guys wanna see my trunk? How messy it is? This is all M3 parts just sitting here. The whole rear harness has to run through the front. So I'm gonna be wiring things out like the tail lights, any of the lights that were on the bumpers, like the side skirts, and then just work my way back, trying to push everything through the interior. I don't know how the wiring runs for the fuel pump and things like that. So hopefully, there's no clips underneath that I'm gonna have to check up the car for. But as long as I label everything, and give myself a better idea of where things are, I could pull everything through, and then once I'm ready, I could put everything back in. So this car is really getting stripped down, except for like the suspension.
What's up, dude? Now that I don't got the uniform on, what's up, bitches? I don't have to act professional.
Do you know what I compensate
Talk
with?
shit about our 4-cylinder.
You know what I compensate with? What? An 88mm turbo.
What do you
Oh, what the fuck?
cutting
Why'd you
everything
cut
down?
it? Oh, I'm just kidding. It's more salvage than it already was.
Not as salvage as the bumper you painted.
Wow. Hey, at least the bumper is salvageable, unlike your hairline.
Hey, you're still ugly.
Oh, just like you and your little glasses.
It's called protection.
Protection. Hey, that's what your dad should have worn then.
Hey, you got me, bro. That shit hurt right here.
What happened, bro?
You got me, bro. Throwing shots. That shit hurts.
Damn, just like that, bro?
Just like that, and good. We're just gonna clean up a few little parts. Like the little nub that's sticking out a little bit. This one, I think where this little latch comes out, where it's welded, sticks out like 1/8 of an inch. So that's rubbing on this side only.
Damn, bro, that's looking good. Come check this out, Daniel.
I mean, it's not too low, but because as long as it clears the subframe, because whatever's gonna hit, it's gonna hit the subframe first. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like halfway down the steering.
So I don't know. Like ideally, we would want it to be as high as possible, and it's gonna look better. But then we sacrifice the exterior look, because those are latches. All right, keep pulling. Oh, sorry. Are you busy? That's where the fuel pump wiring runs through. So just got to remove the wiring through there and then just feed it out. But all the wiring is actually almost out, which is pretty surprising.
Yeah, 4 inches.
Okay.
And this is like 5 and like total maybe. 4 1/4. Yeah, 5 inches. So you have an inch. You said an inch higher.
I feel like that's gonna be the only way that everything can work the way it's supposed
Saucy
to.
doesn't think it's gonna
No,
work.
Saucy's bitter about it, and it's okay. Huh?
I think it'll work if we brought it forward enough. There's nothing right now if we were to put it, we still have to cut out these pieces.
No, that's fine.
We could bring it forward enough, but it's not gonna look as good as what it is right here. Just think about it. Look how flush it sits here.
I know, it just looks good, and that's the whole point.
And then the thing is, if we bring it out, we're gonna be off about 2 inches away from being this flush.
It's just not gonna look good. It's gonna look
You
tacky.
know what I'm saying? And it's like, what's the whole point of a base shape if we're gonna be sitting all the way out there
I know.
and it's not gonna be?
Those a tuck radiator if it's not tucked.
It is tucked. That's tucked. That's how it's supposed to be.
This is tucked.
Yeah.
It is flush.
Watch. Go the way we're thinking about doing it.
Flush.
Let's clean this up and make it work like this, because this car is not gonna get painted for a couple months, minimum. So if we wanna make any revisions, you know, we can do it after we primer it to do the body work.
Look, you only have 4 inches or 5 inches to play with, and you're not even. Are you all the way down?
Oh.
Slam?
Yes.
4 or 5 inches, well, that's enough to play with.
Oh, that's lucky.
Fool, listen. listen, Saucy. Listen. I've ran cars lower than this.
No, I have 2, but I don't run my radiator that low.
It's fine,
I
bro.
don't make the radiator the lowest part of the car.
It's not the lowest part though. The lowest part's gonna be the
But
subframe.
the subframe goes up when the wheels go, so it follows the wheel. This you're gonna have to hit, and then your wheels hit, and it goes up. I'm just saying, I wouldn't make the radiator lower than
How about this? I put bags on the car.
your radiators. The curb finder, what they call it?
Yeah.
The only thing about running it this slow is I don't like this gap.
If you were smart and cool, you would have done it at an angle.
If you were smart and cool, you want to have a less swap.
Because you know how your wheels are like this? Why not just do your radiator like that too?
Later, guys. Alright, we got this done at least. This is gonna be the game plan right now. It's not how you're supposed to do it. This is how Reeves did it. But it's enough clearance on the ground for me not to be too concerned, only because of the subframe. But Danny made a good point. The subframe is right in line with the wheels, so the wheels are gonna lift the car up before the subframe hits. But I was able to run with the oil pan for a while before it got hit, and that was in front of the subframe. That was like 2 inches off the ground, if that. So it was super low. So this one is gonna have a better chance, but the more far forward you get, like the radiator, you know, it starts becoming more of a riskier process. But I'm not gonna drive the car much. It is gonna be more of a show car. If this is what it has to take to not run hood pins, I'd rather do that. Or we figure out a way to reroute and set up the latch somewhere else. I guess we didn't get too much done today. We weren't able to pull the harness through, only because I believe there's either a bracket or the fuel tank is just so far up that it's actually squeezing the harness where you're not gonna be able to slide it out. So that we're gonna have to actually lower the tank a little bit and then, you know, bring it out, which shouldn't be too much of an issue. We'll probably get on it tomorrow, but at least you guys have an idea of what we're gonna be doing. And from what I've shown you guys, it's not that much work. Let me rephrase that. Not that much work if your car's already stripped like mine, because I do not recommend doing this to a complete car. We also figured out where we're gonna be mounting the radiator, which is nice. This is just something I'm gonna have to deal with. I'm going to the extremes on everything, and sometimes aftermarket shit, you're gonna have to just sacrifice. So I think this is where I'm gonna leave it, and it's starting to look good. The whole engine bay is starting to come together. I'm starting to see the 2 months of work in progress come to light, and now it's just brainstorming, just trying to clean everything up, making it perfect, a little more templates. But I'll give you guys another look of how everything's coming together. Just really good work. I'm really excited. The more metal work we do, the less Bondo and less body work. So grinding everything down like Saucy did right here, that's really good. One thing that Saucy and I did notice is how much this back plate is rusting. I don't know why. It is a different sheet metal, but it is what it is. What we're gonna have to do is just grind it down once we do the body work. But the only thing that I'm worried about is just the backside. So primering the backside, because that's something that should have been done beforehand, where we at least primer the backside just in case there's any moisture or it starts rusting like it is right now. If you guys like all the cars we're building, all the cool stuff that we're getting into, make sure to press the bell notification if you're already subscribed. If you're not subscribed already and just happen to watch this video, make sure to press the subscribe button and welcome to the channel, because we're doing a lot of crazy stuff here and we appreciate every single one of you guys. Comment down below what you guys think of the E30. Let me know any ideas you guys have in mind, because I'm all ears. On that note, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys on the next one.